Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Freezer Smoke, and welcome to the video. Today we're gonna be looking at another Afro pop beat, and today we're gonna be focusing on a sort of like a love song Afro pop beat. Yeah, that's what we're gonna be looking at. So we're gonna start with the guitar. I started with the guitar when I was making the beat, and I played this muted guitar, and I played this sort of chord melody mixed together. So usually how I come up with these melodies is I just create a basic chord progression and then I break it down, because this was basically just here, right? And then I moved it a little bit just to create what I wanted to create, and this was also just here. So you get how you can move one note in like the chord progression to create a melody. That's how you do it. So yes, the song or the beat starts with that muted guitar melody. And then I play another melody on top of there with another guitar. This is a Spanish guitar. And then I play this melody. You know, something very relaxing. So when you put that together with the muted guitar melody, they sound beautiful. And then I wanted something under that, you know, something that will hold the song together. So I played that chord progression on a Steinway piano and Rhodes. So they just basically play the chord progression without the melody on top. Yeah, that is to hold the song together, to be like the base of the song, control the mood. So when you play all that together, they sound like. And also I added these bongos. Oh, it's African music, it's Afro-pop. You have to have some bongos in there. Yeah, just that for the intro, you know, just that little bit of a sound. And then also I added a pad playing the very same chord progression that is played by the Rhodes and the piano. Yeah, it sounds angelic a little bit. It sounds, you know, sounds like something you would listen to when you're sitting on a beach, you know, like relaxing, unwinding. And it just complemented the sounds that I've already made, so I just edited it in there. I do that a lot. I find sounds that work, and then most of the time after that, it's just trial and error. You try something and it works sometimes, and sometimes other sounds don't fit in. So most of the time, that's what music creation is. It's trial and error and finding something that really appeals to you, something that you personally just like. There's no, oh, now it's good. Sometimes you might make a song that is totally crap and like it. So it's all about the feeling and what you're feeling. And if you feel something, do it the way you feel it. So I had to add like a synth melody in them. So this is my synth melody. I played it on Flex, which is an FL Studio stock plugin. And it has that cool glide effect, on this sound. When you play notes next to each other, on your MIDI keyboard, it's nice when you have a MIDI keyboard because you can play around this with your fingers and just play around the MIDI keyboard, and you'll find melodies sometimes by mistake. You'll just click something and you're just like, oh, I like that. So as I say, it's trial and error. You play around until you find something that appeals to you. That was enough. So that also I had another muted guitar which plays the bass. So this one plays like the bass. So it plays on a very low octave. Like you can see here, it plays on a very low octave. Yeah. And then when we move to that's the intro. All of this is the intro of the song. It's a very long intro, I know. And then we move to the verse of the song, right? So let me explain this automation clip right here. This automation clip is for the guitar, the music guitar that I started with, the main melody of the song. This, I don't know how your speakers, the ones that you currently listening to this video from, but this muted guitar has a little bit of bass in it, so it is bassy. So if we go to where it is bassy, right? So what I wanted to do was on the hook, on the verse, I wanted to put an 808. So, and also play this guitar. But the issue was that the guitar and the 808 were clashing because the guitar has a little bit of that bass in it. When I can just show, this part right here, I just wanted to cut that part, so when the 808 initially comes in, which is here, I then wanted to mute a little bit of the bass from the guitar so the bass from the 808 can take over. So whenever the 808 drops, I then turn off the automation clip. As you can see here, the automation clip is off here, and you can hear the difference when it plays on this part. You know, and the automation is the EQ is turned on, so it cuts a lot of like that, and then that allows the 808 to punch through. A little bit of a technique for you. So yeah, so basically on the verse, that 808 comes in, and then my drums come in also. The drums, kick, another kick, clap, some percussion sounds, and the pattern is and then just that little bit of a shape. And that was cool for me for the verses, but I also wanted another little bit of a sound to come in. So just, you know, during the verses of the song, so I made a little bit of a melody, you can say, with this is an organ. So I just play this on the organ, which is just follows the chord progression of the song. And that makes a very big difference in the song if you listen in context with what is going on, with everything that's going on within the song. And that's another technique, you know, to make your music sound good, I guess. You can use your sounds partially, you know, just sprinkle it, sprinkle the sound, just stand there, you know, just don't overdo it, just a little bit, and yeah, you know, take some of the stuff out and then add something else in. You know, sometimes you need to drop some of the sounds, you know, during the beat. Actually, around the end of the beat, what I do is just that I drop some of the sounds, and it feels like I've changed the whole beat. You know, just by dropping the pad and the piano and the Rhodes, it makes a huge difference in like the flow of the song. So doing that is very helpful. It makes your song sound more musical. I know I say that a lot, but it really does. It makes your music sound more musical when there's just a lot going on. It's like a band playing together. You know, they don't just all play at the same time, but there's a time, for everybody. There's a time for the solo string. There's a time for the guitar man. There's a time for everybody to just put an input and shine within this structure that you're putting together. So you have to think of it like that, like a band, so just putting those little pieces together to form a bigger picture. You don't have to have one sound dominating all the time, but you can have all this little sounds, contributing to the bigger picture of your song. So yeah, so basically what happens is that plays for the verse. This is my verse, and then when it comes to the hook, I just drop the drums, and I drop the 808, and then I bring back the what do I call this? Spanish guitar. Jesus, Spanish. Took you that long? Yes, the Spanish guitar. I bring back the Spanish guitar. And another thing is that on the hook, I played the muted guitar bass line that I showed you earlier, and then on the verses, I play the 808, right, for the bass part. I use the 808 on the verses, and then I use the muted guitar on the hooks. Also, it just makes it more musical. It just makes it more thought out. There's a structure you were creating, rather than just something repetitive all the time, just going back and forth all the time. So yeah, I think those are all the elements of this song, and we've reached the end of another tutorial. Tell me what you think of the tutorial below. Tell me what you want me to make a tutorial of next, and I appreciate the views. They've been coming in. We still trying to grow our channel, but I'm really appreciative of you guys, of watching my stuff and listen to my annoying. Can I curse? No, I can't curse. So yeah, now we're gonna play out with a song. Freezer Smoke, Forbidden Melody Music, forever. And subscribe to the channel. Give your ninja, give your ninja a like, if you like it.